I think I want to go here. If you got your license on a car by then. Or of Rome. Flight sim aren't really your thing. That's true. That's true. Didn't think of that. I can taxi you to the hotel from Lennestadt, Dark Elf. Could do. I mean, people are saying there's a bus. I have no idea. No idea. 3-hour drive from there. Yeah, that's quite far if you're not really into flight sims.
Happy anniversary, Natter. Welcome back, Natter.
Piece of cake for you, Peterbilt. You know what? Talking about 300 miles. Last week, we had our new bath delivered. So this guy turns up in a van at about 3 in the afternoon with our brand new bath. And his eyes, like, he looked... How can I describe it? He looked like somebody with hay fever. His eyes were like all red and he just looked like... I don't know, like he'd just run through like he's got hay fever and he's just run through a rapeseed field. And I said to him, have you got any more jobs after this? He said, yeah, I've got one more. And I said, how long have you been going today then? He said, since 4:30 AM. I was like, what? He said, yeah, get up at 4:30. He said, I've done 800 miles today. I was like, so what now? So this guy said, I've been down to Cornwall, all the way down to Portsmouth, up into like Croydon, and then he's come all the way up into Chelmsford. And he's got another drop off to do. He said, yeah, dude, we do 800 miles a day. 4 days on, 4 days off. And my first thought was, if you were a truck driver, is that even legal as a truck driver to do that? 800 miles a day, 4 days on, 4 days off. Because like the vans don't have a tacho like the trucks do. And I was actually thinking, how can that be safe? Like he's basically driving non-stop for 12 hours more or less for 4 days and then stopping. Your record is 18 hours a day and 1400 Ks. Jeez. Vans don't have regulations like trucks do. Yeah, I think, isn't it something to do like up to 7.5 tons? Or it's about that, isn't it? They just don't have the same law. You got to take a break after 4.5 hours. Honestly, he didn't look to me like he'd taken a break since 4:30 AM. 10-hour driving limit in Europe. What, even for a van driver? Anything over 3.5 tons as a tacho. You see, I think that's what's going on. I think these companies, instead of sending things on trucks, they're basically getting van drivers in, up to 3.5 ton van, and then they're just kind of bypassing this restriction to get all the mileage out of the driver. That's what I think's going on here. And I honestly don't think that's safe. What on earth? It's a legal loophole. Yep. Welcome back, Ottawa. Thank you for 28. Like, if you're a truck driver, you can't even do that. It's crazy. Mr. Roy, thank you for 30 months. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Roy. Yeah, pro truck driver has restrictions. But yeah, if you've got a car or a van, it doesn't matter. I just don't get it though. Surely if you're driving commercially, whether it's a van or a truck, sure, if you're driving commercially like that, there's got to be a limit. How can it be okay to drive 800 miles in a van and not in a truck? I don't get it. Like, they don't have a tacho, so they're basically doing... And I bet you when he gets back to the depot, he hands the keys over and another driver will take that van somewhere else. I bet that van is like 24 hours.
Welcome to the nut house.
Well, cars don't have a limit because they don't have to have a tacho, but if you're using a car recreationally, they can't easily track it, can they? Anonymous gift to Asus Rog Whiteland. Thank you, Whiteland. Can you get the Asus 27-inch 4K HDR monitor now? Lol. Your old transit van was 9 years old and done 930,000 miles. Those delivery vans can easily go for 300,000 miles before their first MOT. That's just insane. It's a loophole as well, isn't it? Because the MOT is based on time and not mileage. Who made that account and gifted a sub to it? I can't imagine who did that, Wyland. Who would do such a thing? Larry B, thank you for 68 months. Happy Easter to you. Original engine and gearbox. Wowzers. The thing is, I reckon a lot of the mileage on a van like that, though, is just motorway, isn't it? As long as they get them regularly serviced. Well, yeah, Neelange, which is not a good idea. Alexandru, 31 months. Another month passes on the road to infinity and beyond. Thank you very much, Alexandru. Did airport transfers on the road 24/7. It makes sense for the van. It makes sense for that van to be used as much as possible. So yeah, airport transfers are ideal candidates for that. What about vans with it delivering for Amazon? Don't know. A lot of my stuff now, if I order from Amazon, a lot of it just comes in like small vans. But it's got to the point now where I can order stuff, and if I order it by, say, 1 o'clock, I'll get it that evening. Which is just crazy. The van you drive for your company has got 270k on it. Even the clutch is the first one. Yeah, because it's just, like I say, Baz, it's just motorway, isn't it? It's not really... It's not burning the clutch that much. You're just cruising in 5th gear. Well, MPS, whether they're required to or not, they're certainly not, judging by what he said. Yes, Nilansh. There's a dash cam in mine and Mrs. Squirrel's car now. But I think I need to update it, the Garmin, because it's got like traffic, it's got speed camera stuff on it, and it needs updating, I think. How's the dash cam? I'll be honest with you, Whiteland. I wish there were some settings to stop it from just constantly beeping and making noises. Like, I've turned off the lane departure stuff because it's annoying. I've turned off the collision alerts if you get too close because it's annoying. And even now, if you go over the speed limit, it makes noises at you. If there's a speed camera, it makes noises at you. And I was cruising along past Cambridge, and it was just kicking off about every single speed camera. You know, because they've got the average speed cameras, it was just like beep 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 constantly. Well, I could turn the audio off, but I kind of want to just tune the alerts a little bit. And there's no kind of... I've had cars before where you can tune the speed limit warning. So like if you're 5 miles an hour over or 10 or whatever, it'll make a noise. On this thing, as soon as you hit the speed limit, it makes a noise. And there's no kind of options to dial it down a bit. But I've not checked the footage yet. Oh no. I've not checked the footage yet. I did a time lapse. I drove like over to Cheshunt, I think it was. I did a time lapse. I've not looked at the footage yet. Yeah, I missed my turn. Too busy reading chat. Let's have a look where we are. See how bad it is. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's really bad. Yeah, that's really bad. Can you make your own sound file for the Garmin? I don't know. Thank you, Nightmare. Welcome back to Sunday Night Trucking. Thank you very much. Thanks for the bits. Mom! Squirrel's cheating again. Come on, dear. You know he's a scumbag. I know, Mom. Do you know what? I was at the pub quiz. The Insomnia pub quiz on Friday. And the guy who does all the talking on the stage, he kept saying, you need to write your team name on the first sheet and bring that piece of paper to me before we start, right? He kept saying, wait, what? I'm too busy talking, sue me. Okay, we'll do this the easy way. Shot it! He kept saying... Shot it, Beaker. He kept saying, right, bring the first sheet with your team name on it. And he said, specifically said, do not bring your entire question sheet. Right? Because then you'll have nothing to write the answers on. He said, the reason I say this is because somebody will do it. He said, so just bring the first sheet with your team name on it. Don't bring the whole booklet. So the quiz starts. We go through the first page of questions, and then you have to bring that answer in, that answer sheet in. At which point, the guy goes, okay. So despite what I said, one of the teams, and he read the team name out, has given me their entire booklet. And he's like, I don't know how they're going to answer any questions when they've given me their entire booklet. At which point, everybody in the crowd just started going, shame, shame, shame. It was hilarious. But yeah, somebody did it. As he said they would. Somebody did it. I just thought it was brilliant the way the whole crowd just did that. Can we do chat now? You know how well that goes. No, it wasn't us. I don't know which team it was. Cake time. Are you baking a cake for Truckfest, Mrs. Frosty? No, it really wasn't us. I was one of the people going, shame, shame. You would love a Ferrero Rocher egg. I think all the eggs have probably been sold, haven't they? Trying to get the right angle on this thing. Well, I think if you go to like Asda or Tesco after Easter, you can normally get the eggs really cheap. But by then, you've probably eaten so much chocolate that you really don't want to buy any more. Tesco had 2 for £10. Even that's a rip-off. If you consider how much chocolate you're getting for £10, that's expensive. I don't know, Sparky. I think Mrs. Squirrel was going to get me an egg for Easter, but I don't know if she did. Magic Marker, welcome back. Cream eggs. I like cream eggs. Although, I seem to remember cream egg changed their formula years ago, and it's never been the same since. Ferrero Rochers are nice. The trouble with Ferrero Rochers, they're way too Moorish. Like, you have one, you just want more. You normally get a 400-gram Galaxy bar for £2.50 when they're on offer. I don't really eat that much chocolate now. Sometimes I'll have a craving for a chocolate bar, but it's not that often. I didn't say that, Shiny Shane. Oh, there you go. I guess Mrs. Squirrel's watching because she just brought in something. What is this? Apparently that's what I got. Not that Mrs. Squirrel is stalking me in any way, but here's my egg. Gee, I wonder how she knew. What do you actually get in this thing? Hang on. The big reveal. Look at this. Unboxing video, guys. Unboxing a Malteser. You get those teaser things. Wait, is there no actual Maltesers? Let me open it. Please.
Welcome back.
There's actually no Maltesers inside. Are you supposed to open this? Seriously, how are you supposed to open this? Use your teeth. Okay, I think it'll work. Hey guys. Is it made as like a fish? I just need some eyes here. Just there. And it looked like a fish. Meh. I need a cup of tea to go with that. I'll be honest, I'd prefer normal Maltesers. A packet of Maltesers would have been better. Look, biker convoy. Yes, please. Connor, I've got an exact same egg, £6 from Tesco. I thought they would give you Malteser bunny things. Exactly. Like, proper Maltesers. What's going on? There's nothing more satisfying than being done with laundry. Crazy Dane, I would beg to differ. I can think of more satisfying things than having been done with the laundry. You have 2 Malteser bars in the packet. Yeah, but I don't want a Malteser bar. I want actual Maltesers. The little round things. Thanks, scumbag. Not doing the laundry in the first place. Yeah, that's an option. A beer on a hot summer's day. I tell you what, I had some nice beer in Germany. There's a separate Easter egg for the original Maltesers. The ones you get in the red packet. Yeah, the Malteser red packet. What beer was it? I can't remember the name of it. We had a few different ones, but they were all nice. Yeah, you get a lot of beer in Germany, Nightmare. Schiltz? Could have been. Honestly, not sure. I don't know, Mrs. Frosty, I can't remember. I didn't really pay attention to the brand of it. I just kept going, I'll have some of them. Hey, custard. Cup of tea. Thanks, Mrs. Squirrel. Look, it's almost like she's watching the stream. Ow, 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 ow. Molten tea for the win. Oh my god, how does she do that? I think she's going doing some gardening, so Doll's outside. Lava tea, you're not joking. Master Mike, welcome back. The Joel, 4 to 6 months, getting close to 4 years. Sorry for not being around much, been really busy. No problem, no problem. I've been busy. No, I think she's actually watching Cool Tiger. I think she's I think I know what's going on. I know what's going on. She's got a phone with her, and I noticed she had a headset plugged in. So I think she's got a phone in her pocket, and she's listening to the stream. Aren't you, Mrs. Squirrel? You're listening to the stream right now. Because whenever she hears cup of tea, she brings a cup of tea in. Mrs. Squirrel's stalking the stream. See that a lot, scumbag? Which exit are we going? This is really confusing. There we go. Stalker. I need to get a soundbite that goes, Stalker. I need to do that. Oh, Mrs. Squirrel's just popped her head round the door and gone. That's exactly what she's doing. She's listening, guys. She's listening. I'm not gonna say anything now. I'm gonna shush until she thinks her phone's broken.
Cup of tea.
I've just realised she could probably hear the truck, so that doesn't work. Will she bring in tea now, Connor? Yep, there you go. That's a cup of tea. Anonymous gifter to Mrs. Squirrel. Thank you for the anonymous gift. What's going on with all the tea? Hey, you can never have too much tea. I've been tea starved. Had far too much beer, not enough tea. And Mrs. Squirrel thanked Whiteley for the gift. Lol. Did they not make tea properly in Germany? In my opinion, not the way I like it. I don't think tea's particularly big in Germany anyway. I'm not driving a Renault, no. Nah, Presley, she hasn't got a clue how to make a Twitch account. Did Renault ban you from the stand at Truckfest? No. Actually, the Renault staff are very helpful. I told you about last year, didn't I? The least helpful staff at Truckfest last year were Scania. Because they almost didn't come to Truckfest. And then when they decided to come last minute, they didn't even bring their own trucks. So they just had customer trucks there. And you're not allowed to go in customer trucks. And, like, every time I asked for people to talk to, it was like, do you want to do it? We'll go and ask somebody else. And then they wouldn't come back. It was horrendous. Renault, they were really helpful. They said, yeah, come back in an hour. You can do an interview. So I did that. DAF, really helpful. Volvo, really helpful. Mercedes, really helpful.
Happy anniversary.
Upright parking. Thank you for 2 months. Connor, Mrs. Squirrel, I'll have some cakes, please. Apple and cinnamon, preferably. Thanks, I'll pay you Friday. That's what Connor says. Good luck with that, Connor. You think it was there last year? It was cool. Excuse me. It was there last year. It was cool for the first time in Truckfest. No, last year it was scorching hot, Lord Scumbag. Just ask Sommy. Me and Sommy were going around with the camera and it was scorching hot. The year before, it was raining. Oh, you mean cool as in a great time? Gotcha. Rain over hot on a day? Nah. When it's rainy at Truckfest, it's just not fun. Like, people are diving in the tents. In the tents, it's all, like, really humid. Nobody wants to be outside, and it's just not fun.
Happy anniversary.
Wait, is this new? Sangerhausen? Is that new? Tom One Pack, thank you for 39 months. You was there at last year's Truckfest and you went home fairly red in the exposed areas. Yeah, the worst ones are like your calf muscles. Like if you wear shorts or something and the sun beats down on the back of your calves and you go home with red calves and it really hurts. And you just lie in bed, you're like, ow, 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 ow. I don't know. I think if it was sunny this year, I think that we'd be very lucky with the weather. Like, you consider that Truckfest last year was really sunny. This bank holiday weekend is really sunny. What are the chances of the next one being sunny? Right, we'll take this one, but we'll route via Sangerhausen. Oh yeah, Hugo, I think Australia would be too hot for me. I really do. Mrs. Squirrel would hate Australia. Just the heat. Have you seen Asphalt Carboys? I have not. No plans for Dubai? No. Canary Islands, that's where it's at. Just lovely temperatures all year.
Nutter.
You would hate Darwin. I don't know, he had some pretty good theories on evolution. Right, let's go that way. Jack Garrett, welcome back, 7 months. Tom with 39. So, a cup of tea. And a piece of chocolate egg. Monroe, thank you for 30 months. No worries, sir. Thank you. Okay. If you're on I-65 in August, I might come to Birmingham. I'll be going to I-65, Chris, but I don't think Aces are going. So there won't be like an Asus stand, I don't think. Because I think what they're doing is they went to I-64 this weekend, and I think they're going to go to EGX in October instead of I-65. So I'll probably end up at EGX this year, possibly. But I'm already booked at the I-65. Wait, what, Whiteland? So what now? Are you serious, Whiteland? Bad Company 3? Do you know anything about the setting, Whiteland? Battlefield Bad Company, can you imagine that? Oh my god, that game needs to come back. 5 AM starting, Piz. Have a good one, sir. No, I'm not going to cancel going to I-65, Chris, because a load of people are going. Like, a lot of my mods and stuff are going. So, no, I'll still be going. But I'm just saying there won't be an Acer stand, I don't think. They may still go, but at the moment they're not planning on doing it. Yeah, Bad Company 2 was awesome. I loved Bad Company 2. I still think it's the best Battlefield game. I know some people prefer Battlefield 2 as the best game, but I just loved Bad Company 2. Not the Vietnam, though. Just Bad Company 2 was just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Exactly, Vrome. People like Vrome would be pretty upset if I didn't go. Modern. Yeah, but I meant, like, what's the setting, Whiteland? Like, a country? As long as they don't make it like Battlefield, you know? Because, like, the current Battlefield's just a bit pew-pew for me. I just want, like, proper ballistics. Proper ballistics is a big thing. Like, having to arc your shells out of tanks and arc your sniper rounds, like, that's the kind of game I love. Having to manually aim your RPGs and not just locking on stuff. Like with Bad Company 2, you had to shoot a dart onto the chopper or whatever in order to lock anything onto it. Russia, Middle East-ish. Okay. Brian Cree, thank you for 19. Bad for Asus was going to buy a new mouse R65. Do you know what, Baz? I gave like 6 mice away yesterday at the stand. Gladius 2 mice. I gave like 6 in the way, 2 keyboards and 2 headsets. All you had to do was score a couple of goals in Rocket League and you could have had a mouse. 60 quid mouse. Beatnik, thank you for 21. Yeah, because they'll do it at EGX as well. They had their like 1v1 challenge thing. Got one, thanks, Referick. Sunday night trucking with Squirrel and a cup of tea. Thanks for the bits, Referick. Good old days when you ran from cover up to a tank, you C4 run away and blew up the tank. I just like the idea of a game that requires skill. I don't know if that's like too much to ask, but Bad Company 2 just had the right mixture of skill. Not too many kind of technological weapons kind of thing. Like all this like thermal scope nonsense, just nah. Just keep it simple. Yeah, no ridiculous perks, no kind of stupid kill streaks, just get it down to basics. That's all people want. Just make it well balanced and simple. And the only way you can make it well balanced is if you keep it simple. BF3. I did play it a lot. Played BF2 more. I did play BF3 quite a lot. But I still preferred Bad Company 2. Yeah, the thermal scopes were just ugh. They took it from Call of Duty and copied it. I remember how broken it was when they first brought it in. The thermal scopes in Battlefield on the Scar H, I think it was just so broken. Ratty, welcome back. Thanks for 30 months. Like Technology 13 months. I don't always get time to watch Sunday Night Trucking live, but luckily for me, I have a 9-day break with 4 days left. It's always a blast. Thanks for the... thank you as always. Thank you, Like Technology. No problem if you can't always be here, bro. It's fine. Thanks for your support. You're waiting for Halo to come to the PC. Well, given that Windows and Xbox are so, like, intertwined now, I would thoroughly expect that to happen. You fear if Bad Company 3 comes out, it's going to be microtransaction riddle mess? I don't... I'm optimistic that it won't be, Tricky West. I think that they've learned a lesson about these microtransactions over at EA. I think they've learned a hard lesson. So I'm hopeful they won't do that. Because if they do, people will hate it and it'll fall flat on its face. And I don't think they want that. But, you know, we'll see. It kind of depends who's in charge of the project, really. Joe, thank you for 69 months, sir. Right up there on the maximum. Yeah, the whole Battlefront thing was where they learned a big lesson. You're waiting for Cyberpunk 2077. I think a lot of people are typing. A lot of people are waiting for Cyberpunk. Easy trip, mate. I'm afraid you're not the only one in that boat. You've bought a G29 pedals, Logitech and pedals, shifter, yoke. Oh dear. I can't afford you. You think 2077 is going to disappoint a lot of people, Floating Fat Man? Why do you think that? Alright, see you later, bro. Is there any... Whiteland, are you still here? Is there any leaked footage of Battlefield Bad Company 3? Or is it just kind of leaked information? Rumour says Cyberpunk comes out in November, as some said it was a leak, but probably not. Baz, if there's a company that I think will go down the road of microtransactions, I think it's going to be Star Citizen. I can fully see when they do release that game, they won't be content with making money out of just selling ships and stuff. I think they'll start going down the road of microtransactions. Like expansions to your ship and modules to your ship, like you can buy them with real money, I think. But we'll see. I missed your sub, Macaroni. Thank you for 14. And Gary L, welcome back. McDonald's! You have no faith in EA anymore. They've put microtransactions in BF5 and made a bunch of stuff microtransaction exclusive, which isn't what they said they were going to do at the start. I've not played it, so I can't speak for Battlefield 5 at all. What stuff is exclusive then? Is it like cosmetic stuff, or is it actual weapons and things? No, Carl, campaigns are becoming less and less common now. Like, people seem to want battle royale modes rather than single player campaigns. It's just a sign of the times, I'm afraid. Have you tried the new Left 4 Dead World Z? No. Well, yes, Baz, I agree with that to a point, as long as it's not exclusive. I've never really had a problem with the idea that you can earn stuff in the game or buy it with money because you don't have the time. I don't really have a problem with that. But if they make stuff exclusive to pay, yeah, I do. You think there's room for single player in games? Yeah, but not in the shooter games, I don't think. God of War is different, so Spider-Man, but in the shooter realm, people just would prefer to have a battle royale type thing. It's just a current trend. It'll go away, all trends do. What I have a problem with is releasing games on console before PC. That just annoys me a lot. And you might say, well, as a PC gamer you would say that, but I wouldn't like it if they released on PC before console. I just want it to come out on the same time on all the platforms. GoldenEye. They had GoldenEye at Insomnia, like an original. In the retro department, they had the original console with GoldenEye playing on a CRT TV. It's hilarious. No name is good name. No message, but 2 years of support. Thanks to Golden Acorn. And German Joker, 29 months. You love the retro area. It's actually quite sizable as well. They also had a tabletop area, like board games, and that was quite big. Well, I streamed it. If you watched me stream it, I walked around, didn't I? That guy who was selling those metal constructs, they were awesome. I was really tempted to get a Wally. Does it want me in that lane or not? Like, it's almost impossible to work out which lane it wants me in.